Welcome back YouTube, it's Dennis the Auto Tech, and now I'm going to do part 3 of the motor installation on this Nissan 2.5. So as you can see right now, we removed the crane, and now we have two jacks supporting the motor. So I have one on the transmission and one under the motor, so that way I can start installing the motor mount. So let's start with the motor mounts and get those all installed so we can remove the jacks. So now I'm going to install the AC compressor and the transmission mount slash engine motor mount for the front. As you can see right now, I have my AC compressor connected. I connected the power steering pump in the back over there. I installed the front and rear motor mount, as well as the upper motor mount. I got the starter in, and I rose the engine up and got rest of the bell housing bolts in, as well as the torque converter bolts. So that's all done. Also under there I put the exhaust. So now I have to do is put on the upper intake manifold and some new spark plugs, ignition coils, and finish hooking up the rest of this electrical things. And you can see what we get from there. All right, I got my upper intake manifold on. Now it's time to start to plug up electrical, some vacuum hoses and some coolant hoses, and finish getting this thing put back together. So it's almost there, and we'll see with the startup in a minute. All right guys, for the sake of time, I wasn't able to take you through the full process of me putting this back together, but I'm going to take you along for the fill, the oil up, and also the first start. So let's hope this thing starts up. Let's hope we got a good motor. Also, some of you guys have been asking what kind of degreaser we use. We use Purple Power degreaser, and we can show you guys. I'll put a link in the description where we get it. So you guys, if you want to use that degreaser, it works really good. I swear by it. I use it all the time. I even use it at home. So let's try to fill this thing up. Some nice clean oil. This thing takes about 4.2 quarts on a drain and refill. Let's see where we're at right now. Let's see what we got on the dips. Looks like we're about there. So now we want to crank the engine before we start, so we can get so it won't be a dry start. So what I want to do is disable the start by unplugging the coils, so we can get some pressure up, oil pressure. All right, I'm gonna put a jump pack on here because I need to crank it a few times, and the battery's been sitting for a little bit, so we want to have enough energy and power to crank it. All right, let's go over here and crank it. All right, now I'm gonna plug my coils back up. And let's try to fire this thing up. Okay, it looks like it has a bit of an exhaust leak. You can see it fired up. So what I want to do is see what's going on with the exhaust leak. Maybe the gasket is bad. Maybe a bolt needs to be tightened down. We're going to take care of that, and then we'll show you the finished product. As you guys can see, it's nighttime now. I had to jump off the Nissan a little bit earlier to get on some other work. Let's take a look under here. I needed to tighten down this flange a little bit tighter, so I tightened it down. So let's see what it sounds like now. So now the only thing left on this is the bleed the cooling system out, and then I have to put the side and the passenger side wheel back on, and should be good to go. So this is Derek the Auto Tech. Thanks for viewing my series on the 2.5 Nissan Altima, and I see you guys in the next one.